Hi everyone, Tanya McIntyre with you, sharing a bit of our life in Mallorca. What you're looking at is the ancient walled city of Alcudia. This is where my husband and I have spent the last 2 years of our lives. And that era is about to be coming to an end today. It's the end of August 2010. And it's the start of a new era for us because we're moving inland. I just want to show you a little bit of the town and where we spent the last 2 years. So here we have one of the arched entrances to the medieval walled city. It just oozes with history and charm. It's been a wonderful couple of years. And we lived on the main street just down here. So there's another part of the main street. Hello. And the lower part of the main street toward the other archway of the ancient wall. So we're heading toward the main square where all of the town's festivities are held. Population within the wall itself is about 1,500. And I think the walls are probably at least 800 years old. And we do have the ancient Roman ruins, which dates back thousands of years, just across the street from us here in Alcudia. So here's the main square. This is where the major market is held twice a week, and all the big fiestas are centered here as well. Pretty magnificent, isn't it? Real cool place to live for a couple of years. We're going to miss it. Of course, I'm sure we'll be back. We tend to gravitate to what we're used to, don't we? But the new place we're going inland is called Yoseta. I'll show you a little bit more of that in an upcoming video. And this is just around the corner from where we lived for a couple of years, and it has quickly become one of my favorite places, Mallorca restaurant. And one of the benefits of living in a medieval town and knowing all these little side places is that you can avoid the tourists. So there's the Menu del Dia. That's a fallover from the Franco days of the workman's lunch. So it's still pretty reasonable to have a full lunch for under 10 euros. So this is where we lived, in a 3-story townhouse right on the main street of the old town. Looks deceptively narrow from the outside. So this is the foyer salon room when you walk in. This is what's left of the furnishings. This is some of the old furniture that we inherited and we're very happy to leave behind. Have a look at that lamp. Whew. Talk about retro, huh? I do like that piece, though. That's pretty beautiful. And then in here, this is what we call the living room. This is where we spent most of our winter trying to be warm, and that little fireplace there helps a lot. These houses are not insulated, and they are just not made for the chilly temps that Spain gets for 6 months of the year. Have a look at that one. I have no idea how old this is. The house itself is about 300 years old. So some of the old furniture. And all of these Mallorquin homes are very dark. And I guess they were built, obviously, to keep the heat of the hot, steamy summers out, but certainly they're not built to keep the chilly 6 months of winter out, because even though this place is one of the few Mallorcan houses with central heat, it was a challenge to keep it warm. This is the original well from the family. A very wealthy family owns this home. That's their family crest. So where we're standing was probably outside at one time. And then we have the kitchen, which by Mallorcan standards is huge. So we enjoyed that while we were here as well. But I mean, look at the doors. I mean, nothing is double glazed. So any heat that you are able to generate just goes right out the door. That's the door to the garage, which we use basically for storage. And then that was the laundry room with a little half bath area. So as you can see, a bit old and had its share of water problems. Won't miss that. And then it's actually one of the few places I've seen with carpet on the stairs in Mallorca as well, which is very unusual. Some beautiful woodwork throughout the house. And this was the master bathroom, again very large by Mallorquin standards. Hello! And then we have the guest bedroom down here, which is very cavernous, very dark. But people who did sleep in here said they had one of the best sleeps they ever had. And in here, this is where I had my office. Looks completely different now. There's a small terrace out there with not much of a view. But look at the trouble they went to here, building in this furniture and then having a matching, whatever you'd call that, buffet type furniture. Look, they even did the radiator covers to match the furniture. We sure are going to miss all this storage. We had a lot of storage here. Again, another rare commodity in Mallorquin houses. And then this was our master bedroom. And again, look at that old furniture. That would be an antique dealer's dream, wouldn't it? But it was nice for the couple of years that we lived here. Look at that beautiful wardrobe. And living on the main street was very interesting because there are lots of fiestas here in town, at least one a month. So we got to see everything from a bird's eye view, which is kind of neat. But we're going to miss kind of the romance and charm of living on a main street of a medieval town. And there's one more level to go. And then we're up to the third level now, where there was yet another bedroom, but it was freezing in the winter and like an oven in the summer, so didn't really use that much at all. And then we had a little reception area where we kept the barbecue out here. So this is where I have most of my plants. Again, not really much of a view. You can see the rooftops of our neighbors and the Bay of Poyensa over there. Let's see if we can get a better view. This is where I would hang my laundry. Lots of exercise. So over there, I don't know if you can see it, beautiful view of the Port of Poyensa. So this is where we've been for the past couple of years. It's been quite an experience, something that will be forever in our memories. But 2 years of trying to heat a hollow brick just wasn't working for us. So we're moving to something new, and we're moving inland. And it's a house with central heat and double glazed windows and doors. Yay! Oh, and now comes the fun part of settling into our new home. I'll show you a little bit more of that later, but what I did want to show you, hello, is my beautiful ensuite jacuzzi tub. I've just had a beautiful jacuzzi. After a stressful move, it's just what I needed. But note to self, look at all those beautiful suds. Never turn on a new jacuzzi unless you know how to turn it off. So I'll have to be getting dressed now and go to see the landlady to figure out how to turn this baby off. But look at those bubbles. Never had bubbles like that in my Ontario jacuzzi. Fantastic. They say Mallorca has hard water. I don't know, maybe I'm using a special soap there, but it was beautiful. So many suds. In fact, I had to empty some of them into the sink, which spilled onto the floor. But that was fantastic. After that move, we are exhausted. They say a move is stressful, probably one of the most stressful things you do in life, next to getting married. But I didn't find my marriage stressful at all. But this move, oh yeah. Hope we won't be doing that again anytime soon. I'll show you more of the house in just a little bit. First, I've got to turn this jacuzzi off.